Hey guys, so it is time for my assembly, my wintertime assembly in 3 weeks. So that means that I need to get started sewing my outfit. Now doesn't it? Yeah, it does. This look is actually inspired by a PBS show that came on back in the early summer. I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of that show was called because I didn't watch it. I just know that I saw her outfit and I was like, so what I did is I scoured the internet to find Butterick 4008. This is a patent from 1995, so yes, it's out of print because y'all know how I do. I like old fashioned. It's just what it is. So from this photo array on the front, you can see that she has a jacket that comes down farther on the hip and thigh. It is double-breasted and the lapel actually comes up closer on the neck. So let me tell you guys why I decided to learn how to sew. Ever since I was a little girl, I wanted a white dress suit. I thought it was the classiest thing for a woman to be in a blazer and in a skirt that was white. To me, that is just so elegant. Like, ooh. Well, number one, I like white clothes more than anybody on the face of this earth, apparently. So, as a little girl, I know that I couldn't wear a blazer and a skirt, but when I was going to be a grown-up, I knew I was going to get one. The only place around that used to sell stuff like that was this department store called Value City. Now, if you're not familiar with Value City, it is a TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Ross, but superiorly inexpensive and cheap. Okay, this is the last place that you want to go buy clothes, which is why it doesn't exist anymore. But anyway, I could never go into a store like that and buy a dress suit because I've always had a larger top size and a smaller bottom size. So I couldn't just buy a size 8 jacket and a size 0 skirt because the cashier would have just been like, do you want a size 0 suit or a size 8 suit? Because you can't mix and match these. And I'd probably just leave crying with my tail tucked in between my legs. So I began to teach myself how to sew because I told myself, one day I will have my white dress suit. And by golly, if I have to make it myself, I will. So here we are. Now, unfortunately, I will not be making my white dress suit today. No. It's this awesome yellow rayon fabric. Sunshine yellow, to be exact. Oh, I am so excited. Who else do you know that's going to be wearing a sunshine yellow dress suit in December? You don't know nobody else. It's me. I thought that I was going to be doing this in sunshine yellow and hot Barbie pink because that would be the most odd thing to see in December. So I found that shoe. This is from Cupid. It is a hot pink lycra pump. Yes, it is covered in swimsuit fabric. This is right up my alley. Anyway, it's time to get started on my outfit. And here it is.
Ryan Little.
So this is my finished suit. I do want to say though that I did not get to wear it for my special day assembly back in December. It is now January the 21st. So this is actually a month and 3 weeks overdue. Yeah, this outfit was supposed to have been worn, but due to the whole surgery thing, I wasn't able to, but at least I did finish it. I was having problems finishing it because it was actually in construction during my recovery period, and during that recovery period, I could not really sit to sew, and I was just not in the mind to sew. So yeah, that's why I didn't get finished. I didn't get to wear it back then. And actually, I just finished it. So the footage that you saw of me wearing it was actually not how I wore it this morning to the meeting. I actually had to fix the skirt because the skirt has been done twice. I had to redo it twice. The first time it was supposed to have a waistband up here, like a 2-inch waistband. I took that out because that didn't work for me. I don't really like pencil skirts. Pencil skirts are a problem for my shape. I prefer A-line skirts, flared skirts that give me some fullness and a little bit of shifting. Pencil skirts don't do that for me, so I don't really mess with pencil skirts. The other thing that I recently found out today, redoing this skirt for the second time, is darts in the front don't work for my shape either. Because my stomach is not flat, those darts in the front create a curve, and that curve does not help with me not having a flat stomach. It's not good. So from now on, when I look for skirt patterns, especially for fitted skirt patterns, if I decide to do any pencil skirts, it will definitely be with flat fronts and darts in the back. Or maybe really more contoured waistbands is what I'm interested in versus darts at all. Like, I like darts in bodices, like the darts in this jacket, perfect. The darts in dresses to kind of draw in the waist, perfect. Not in skirts. They don't work for me. Now in pants they do, just not skirts. But yes, I had to do this over twice. The first one had a waistband. I put the waistband on that one, finished it completely, and it didn't fit. It was too small. So I had to undo the entire thing and take the take the seam from 5/8 seam down to a 1/4 seam, and that gave me enough space to fit it in this condition that it is now. However, let me show you what it looked like this morning when I wore it. That looks horrible. Okay, on the model, on the actual picture, the models are obviously tall, usually about 5'9". So the skirt's gonna look different on her than it would on me. I forgot to adjust the length of the skirt for me to make it look like the outlet was supposed to. Nothing wrong with wearing a longer skirt. You guys know that I typically do wear longer skirts on my outfits because I like my knees covered. However, with this particular outfit, it looks better with the skirt shorter. So I did shorten it a couple hours ago, and I also narrowed it because there was so much fabric on the sides, which would accommodate for somebody who has both wider hips and bigger thighs. But technically I should really, my waistbands are a size 16, but the skirt itself should be like a size 10, 12. So there is some grading that has to take place in order for pencil skirts to fit me well if it's not in a stretch knit. So I did redo it, narrowing it and shortening it by at least like 3 inches. And I also shortened the lining on the inside. It's going to need to be a little bit more shortened because I can still see it sometimes. Also, I've got this weird little thing where it's kind of like scooping up, especially on this side. I don't know why. And it scoops on this side too, but not as much as this side. So I am going to have to taper those off as well. So the skirt is still not finished. I still gotta work on the skirt. Now, I did not recut the skirt twice. I used the same material. I'm like, what I have left over for the remnant, I'm going to be using for another project. I already know what it's going to be, and I am not going to waste more fabric on this skirt because this skirt is really only going to be for this outfit. I don't care for it, and it's just for this jacket. Now, let's talk about the jacket, because the jacket is what I spent the most time and effort on, and I absolutely love how it turned out. It could not have turned out better for me doing a tailored handmade jacket for the first time. Yes, I've done blazers before, but not to this degree. I had to do, I forgot what it's called. It'll be right here. On the lapels, it's a tailoring technique that they use for like expensive, high quality suits, where it's all hand done interfacing on the inside and shaping. At first I was kind of overwhelmed because I was not sure what it was, and I was looking at YouTube videos, and some people were very clear on what direction to take the stitches. Other people were not. And then finally I found somebody who did it, and it was awesome. What is it called? Pad stitching. Pad stitching. So yes, that is all in the collar here, and I love it. I love how it makes the collar have weight, and it just falls how it's supposed to. This should have actually had 6 buttons on the front, but I decided I only wanted to do 4 because the other 2 were supposed to be here, and I didn't want them there. So I've got buttons on my sleeve cuffs, and I've got just 4 buttons here. Y'all, I figured out how to use my machine to put the buttons on. This is a game changer, okay? I'm trying to step my game up and learn everything that my machine can do. Like, I'm getting ready to venture into quilting, but quilting clothes, not blankets, because I got enough of those as it is. But so I learned several new things. Pad stitching. I learned how to put the buttons onto my garment. Now, I did not hand sew these on. My machine put these buttons on this outfit. And also I did this skirt the last time. I actually used my blind hem foot for the first time, as opposed to just making a stitched hem all the way around. I don't like my blind hem foot. I feel like it needs to have far more space in between each pick of fabric than it does. I feel like they're really too close to each other. But luckily, because my thread is the same color as the fabric, you don't see it from afar. And nobody's going to be paying that much attention to it, but it doesn't matter what they think. It matters what I think. But I absolutely love this jacket. I am definitely going to be making this jacket again. Not ever making this skirt again, but I am definitely going to make this jacket again at some point. The only thing maybe that I would change about the jacket is this fabric does wrinkle easily, but it's such a soft fabric, I couldn't pass it up. And it's such a unique color. Like, I've not seen anything like it since. And I wish that they had more, because I would have bought it all. I already bought the boat and it was only like 4 yards. So I've got like maybe a yard left. Enough to do the project that I want to do with that. But I absolutely love this suit. It has been a long time coming. I'm so glad I got to wear it today, because it is dreary and cold and yuck outside. It's winter. Gross. But my grandmother loved it, so that matters too. She absolutely loved this. She liked my hair, which she never likes my hair because she doesn't like natural hair. That doesn't matter to me. She's never liked natural hair, but you know, when I wear it in a natural style and she likes it, that's always a victory. She loved these shoes, and she is not a big liker of high heels. But yes, so I decided to wear my hot pink Lycra pumps from Cupid. They are very, very uncomfortable. And I do have a pink camisole on underneath of here for a little bit of modesty, because I was hoping that the jacket was going to be more like this, so I didn't have to wear a camisole. But they want everything open and exposed, so I gotta cover them up. But other than that, this pattern may or may not be available on Etsy. I don't think I ever saw it on eBay. It is an old pattern. I already told you guys that at the beginning of the video. But I definitely suggest that if you don't have a double-breasted blazer in your wardrobe, you need one. And it doesn't have to be this pattern, because it's going to be hard to find anyway. But you need to find a double-breasted pattern and do it. And they're not easy to come by, because when I was searching for patterns to make this, it took a couple months before I could find a pattern that I absolutely loved. And this was it. And I think it was because the collar came up high. It was, it had more than just 2 buttons on it, and it came down low on the hips, which also kind of like helps your girl out. You know what I'm saying? I love the way that it fits in the back. This blazer is everything. So, if you are planning on making any jackets or blazers in the future, let me know. If you have an old out of print pattern that is a double-breasted blazer that has been out of print for a long time, tell me what it is, because I want more blazers in my wardrobe. And they can be for wintertime or they can be for summertime. I don't care. This is more like a spring, fall, even a summer, because it's very, very light fabric and the lining is light as well. So it's not hot at all. And even though it is fitted, the sleeves are not fitted. So it gives me plenty of room to work with. I was supposed to wear my bamboo earrings today, my big old hoops, because I was trying to do a whole 90's thing. Them earrings were tarnished. Anyway, I am going to go over here and cook my dinner for tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed my videos, and I will see you guys for the next